Hey guys, welcome to another video. This is gonna be a books that I read recently video. I feel like I've been really inconsistent with making these kinds of videos of wrapping up what I've read recently, but it's gonna be one of my goals for next year to start doing it monthly again, you know, like January wrap up, February, all of that kind of stuff. But here are some books that I read recently and what I thought about them. The first book I'm going to be talking about is Dragon's Queen by Scarlett Thomas. So we're going to be starting off with a bit of a negative review. It wasn't that this was a bad book, for me personally, it really wasn't my thing. So this is your standard magical book. We have a girl who discovers that she's magical and that there is a magical world. There are books that you can go into and, you know, live the stories and then go into other magical worlds and all of this kind of stuff. But it was a bit weird for me. It was both bland and weird and uninteresting. I didn't really like the magic system in this. It was sort of like a points energy kind of thing, you know, like in a video game where you use up your energy and you have to get it back or wait for it or something to be able to do more stuff. That's what it was like with this, you know, you could run out of magic, and in a book form, that's just really not interesting to me. Like, I get it in a video game, but when I'm reading someone else, it's boring for me. So I didn't like that. There were also some really weird aspects in it, particularly involving the dragon that the title talks about. So there was this dragon, and he's got like he's described as having a lizard dragon face, but then human arms and hands and legs. And for ages I couldn't think of what that looked like, so I was just imagining like a lizard walking around on all fours with like skin-coloured proper human hands and legs. It was probably meant to look like, you know, just a upright walking lizard, you know, like a Skyrim kind of thing. But I just, for some reason, I kept thinking of the former image, and it was really bizarre. And I just found the whole dragon thing really strange. Like, he eats princesses, which, you know, is standard, but he like picks them out of a catalogue and they have to look really attractive to him, and like he picks out their outfits and things, and it's like bordering on paedophilia, but it's really strange. I really don't understand it at all. There's this line that says only a princess or a true hero can find this dragon attractive. And I'm just like, he's got a lizard's face. Like, I don't think it matters what your title is. It's not gonna be attractive. I don't understand. But I'm just kind of worried about this because like Neil Gaiman and Philip Pullman both said that this was really great, and I feel like I'm missing something, and I hate feeling like that. Like, I don't understand what they saw in it that I'm not seeing. But I just thought it was weird. I didn't like it. I thought it was really boring. So there's that. Then the next book I read was thankfully so much better than that one, and that is Chainbreaker by Tara Sim. I love this book so much. I loved it way more than Timekeeper, and like I really enjoyed Timekeeper, but I feel like this it really upped the game, and I think Tara Sim did an excellent job of a sequel. So Timekeeper is a Victorian steampunk LGBT fantasy that revolves around a world in which time is very important there, and there are select humans that have the ability to manipulate time, to change time, but more so they just keep an eye on it to make sure it doesn't change or stop or go anything crazy like that. So I won't give away too much because this is a sequel, but I thought that the writing was just so much improved from the first book. I thought the way that the plot expanded and all the explanations we got were really amazing, and I'm so happy that the author went down this road for this story. And the character developments were amazing as well. Like, I loved Colton in the first book, he's my favourite character, but I love him so much more in this because we learn so much about him. And this book gets really dark. It's a lot darker than the first one, and it's really heart-wrenching. But as well as that, the representation in this book was amazing. Once again, we see more LGBT relationships, we see people who struggle with their ethnic identity and where they feel they fit in society. There's a character who speaks with sign language, you know, all of this kind of stuff, and it's great. But I'm actually thinking of making a video, like, just talking about this series because I really want more people to read it, because I need people to talk to about this, and they just, yeah, it needs more people reading it because it's so good. And the last book I'm going to be talking about is Our Dark Duet by V.E. Schwab. So this is another sequel. It is the sequel to This Savage Song. I've been doing really good with reading sequels this year. I'm really impressed with myself. But yeah, this is the final book in the Monsters of Verity duology, and it is so good. So the Monsters of Verity duology is set in a world where violence, aggression, crime, murder, that kind of thing, can end up manifesting physical monsters. So in this story we follow the humans as they try to get rid of these monsters or deal with them, and we also follow the perspective of one of the monsters. So it's really cool. I love the atmosphere and the setting of this book, just Verity, the whole city thing and all of the borders, the lights, it just looks so cool in my head. But I really loved this as a sequel. I loved how the characters changed from the first book, especially August Flynn. I feel like he just became 100% more cooler than in the first book, and he's already cool, so he's great in this. Yeah, I just really loved how the characters were developed and changed in this book. I think she did a really good job of that. As well, the villain, I thought he was much better in this book. The villain in the first book I felt was a little bit placid, a little bit insignificant to me, like he wasn't anyone interesting. But I felt like the villain in this book, he was a lot cooler, and I feel like he was definitely a villain that I thought was worthy of the two main characters. I thought it was really well done. So yeah, this was another really great V.E. Schwab book. I'm really getting through her books now. I think I've got like 3 left to read, which is really exciting, but I really love this duology. It's definitely one of my favourite from V.E. Schwab, I think, so yes. Okay, so that is all the books that I'm going to be talking about in this video. Let me know if you've read any of them, and if you have, what you thought about them, especially Dragon's Green, because I don't understand it and I need more input on it. But yeah. Yeah, like I said, I just love Chainbreaker so much, and I just need more people to read it so that I can talk to them about it, because it's so wonderful and I love it. So I will leave all the information for all of these books down below in the description box, along with my Instagram and Goodreads if you would like to follow me there for more bookish updates. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!
You can have this feeling.